Paladins, and welcome back to Azeroth. Classic Azeroth, to be more specific. In this video, we're going to be participating in the Hallow's End festivities. This will be a somewhat nostalgic trip down memory lane for me, because I used to love doing this event with my guild back in the vanilla through Wrath days. It's hard to remember specifically which expansion my memories of this event are from. Possibly multiple expansions, if I'm being honest. I believe the event was changed in either Cataclysm or Mists of Pandaria, with the introduction of the updated Scarlet Monastery dungeons. I forget which one it is exactly. I think it was Mists of Pandaria. Anyway, let's go ahead and start the quests by talking to this dwarf right over here. We're celebrating the who breaking free from the what. Bah, who cares, more candy. During Hallow's End, human orphanages have organized trips for all their orphans to visit Alliance countryside villages. Those poor children would love to see a real mage like yourself. Why don't you visit them? You'll find orphans in Goldshire and Caranos and Azure Watch. Speak to the children's ward, a costumed orphan matron, and she'll introduce you to the children.
Off with you.
Alright, so since we are already in Ironforge, let's go ahead and take a look at Caranos first. Now, if you can see, you probably can notice that my character here is still level 70, despite Wrath of the Lich King Classic being out for, let's see, I bet it's been like a month now, maybe. But the reason I have only gained maybe a quarter of a level in all of that time is because I am lazy. I have been a little bit distracted with work and with other things going on, but I do plan on really focusing in and getting this character leveled up as soon as possible. But as soon as possible might end up being closer to Christmas, just because that's when I'll have more time to play this game and really, put some effort into leveling up, because 70 to 80 is not like, it's not like modern WoW, where it's like a total cakewalk. But anyway, let's talk to this lady.
Hello.
The Headless Horseman attacks. The fires threaten to consume the whole village. What will we do? Oh, I hear him. Okay, so let's go ahead and the Headless Horseman, once a knight with the silver hand and a hero amongst his fellow paladins, is cursed, driven insane. Okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do the event first here. So we have to put out the fires, which I don't really see any fires yet. I thought usually way more stuff is on fire. Okay, there's one to put out. How do I do it? Okay, I click on the bucket. And, I guess I probably should have double checked before clicking that, because I just missed the fire. But let's just put that over on the action bar. And, let's go ahead and put that fire out. This does seem to be a lot less fire than I remember. From what I remember, the buildings were like almost completely consumed in flames. But I guess the place I usually did the event was in Goldshire. So that's I think where we're gonna head next. Oh, okay. Okay, there is some fire here. I got my friend helping me out here. Let's just get this fire put out. And then the horseman should land and we have to fight him. Oh, got the achievement. Okay, oh, he's only level 11. So that'll be pretty easy. This large jack-o'-lantern rests in the middle of the village. Its eyes upon its eyes. It eyes those who look upon whatever. I found a holy symbol, and I'm gonna take it over to the lady.
Good day to you.
You're here to visit the children. Wonderful. They have known such yada yada yada. And you found this inside the Headless Horseman's jack-o'-lantern. It's an old symbol of the light. It must have been the symbol, or the horseman's before he was cursed and turned into the monster he is today. Thank you. This symbol deserves to be with the paladins. I'll make sure they get it. Oh, and I almost forgot you have a secret admirer. Okay. And fire brigade practice. I think this is just how to throw the water at, let's see, south of here. The mountaineers set up a small area to practice fighting fires. Go there and throw buckets into the places. You can fill water bucket here. Goodbye. When you're done with the fire brigade practice, please visit us again.
Safe travels.
Okay. So let's go find these fires. And finish up this quest. Okay. Putting out the fires. Just need one more. And then we'll turn that in and head over to Stormwind and then out to Elwyn Forest and to Goldshire. And while we do that, I will okay, let's see.
Have a good one.
Okay.
Need something?
Easy enough. Who is the Headless Horseman? The Headless Horseman wants a knight of the silver hand and a hero amongst fellow paladins. You know what? I am planning on reading the origin of the Headless Horseman later in the video, so we'll go ahead and just rely on that because I've got quite a bit more detail about him. But since we are here in the inn, let's go ahead and collect our trick-or-treat.
I can't carry any more of those.
Okay. That's nice. I'm a skeleton now. And I got all of my candy. Nerds, chewy felt taffy, spearmint candy, candy corn. Oh, I got the jack-o'-lanterns. Can I? Okay, I guess I can't while I'm polymorphed. Or while I'm shapeshifted. Or whatever you want to call it. I think, did I pick up a letter? Let's move this stuff over here. And let's read the letter. Hi, I'm not good at letters. And so the matron helped me write this down. I just want to say thanks since you're a hero and maybe I'll be a hero like you one day. Okay, I have to go now. Thanks again for being good and strong. And you're handsome too. Yes, I look quite handsome. Especially as a skeleton. So anyway, let's go to Stormwind and then head over to Elwyn Forest. outs or inns and see if we can get some more trick-or-treat candy. And we will head over to Goldshire and see about doing the Headless Horseman event there as well, because that one in Caranos seemed like, I don't know if it was bugged or if it's just like way easier to do it there, but I seem to remember the event being a lot more difficult. It doesn't look like there's a candy bucket in here. So, anyway, let's get going. Oh, I cannot mount up while shapeshifted, but I like being a skeleton, so we're gonna go ahead and just stay as a skeleton for now. Just taking a nice leisurely stroll through the Mage District as, a skeleton. Oh, they've got the broom mount. I was kind of hoping I'd pick one up by now so I could use it in the video, but I might just not be able to get that one until later on. I might have to do the event for, a couple times before I get one of those broom mounts. There's a candy bucket here. Okay, very nice.
You need something?
And I can't trick or treat because I just did it a few minutes ago before the video started. So, oh well. Alright, so for the rest of the video, I am going to head to Goldshire and complete the Headless Horseman event there. But in the meantime, I am going to read the summary I compiled of who the Headless Horseman is and his origin story. So, without further ado, let's get started. The Headless Horseman was once a noble knight of the Silverhand Paladins who went by the name of Sir Thomas Thompson. This is his story and the origin of the Headless Fiend who terrorizes Azeroth every Hallow's End. In the times of Warcraft 3, Kel'Thuzad had infected the green supply of Lordaeron with a vile plague of undeath. The Paladins of the Silver Hand mobilized to stop the spread of the plague, which led a young member of their order, Prince Arthas Menethil, who is the Prince of Lordaeron, to the gates of the city of Stratholme. He ordered his mentor, Uther, and the other paladins who were there to purge the city, to kill all the innocent citizens before they could be changed into zombified abominations and add themselves to the ranks of the undead scourge. Uther and the other paladins refused. Among their number was our soon-to-be headless friend, Sir Thomas. At the time, he agreed with Uther that there had to be another way without killing so many innocents. As the forces of Lordaeron continued to fight a losing battle against the spreading scourge, Sir Thomas began to doubt his faith in the light. Seemingly as though the light had sent him a sign, a fresh shipment of food supplies arrived at his post, and he felt like a fool for ever doubting the light. But his renewed faith would soon be fleeting, as the supplies that had come from a would-be trusted source and ally turned out to be infected with the plague. The townspeople he had been guarding turned into living corpses, and he was forced to smite them all. After such a traumatizing incident, the other paladins sent Sir Thomas home to his family to make sure they were safe and to give him a rest from his duties. He returned home to his wife and to his children. During this this time, word reached them of Lady Jaina Proudmoore leading an expedition of refugees away from the Plague Lands and across the sea to the continent of Kalimdor. Sir Thomas pleaded with his wife to take the children and flee with the other refugees, but his wife refused to leave without him. She had faith that High Lord Mograine and Uther would cleanse the land of the scourge, and that all would be well again. The next day, however, Sir Thomas got word of Uther's death at the hands of the fallen Prince Arthas, and he was called back to service with the remaining paladins. He sent his family to board a ship to follow Jaina to Kalimdor, and went back to his paladin brothers to fight the scourge. Eventually, as the fighting continued, he found himself amongst the ranks of the Scarlet Crusade, as did many paladins of the Silver Hand at that time. The Scarlet Crusade, however, was filled with radical followers of the light, who were often blinded by their dedication to exterminating the undead, not to mention that at the time their leader was actually a dreadlord in disguise named Balnazar. Sir Thomas, who once agreed with Uther about not purging the city of Strathholm, had lost his way at this point. One day, while performing a plague check on a small town, Sir Thomas and his fellow paladins grew suspicious as to how this town completely avoided the plague. Were they hiding something? Were they working with Kel'Thuzad? Were they secretly necromancers spreading the plague themselves? It was decided that they could not be trusted, that they had to be hiding something, and they were most likely already infected. The Scarlet Crusaders decided the town needed to be purged, and much like Arthas did to Strathholm, they began putting every man, woman, and child to the sword. Once the killing was finished, Sir Thomas was horrified to discover that amongst the innocent civilians he had slaughtered laid the remains of his beloved wife and both of his children. You see, the boat they were meant to take to Kalimdor never ended up setting sail due to a terrible storm at sea, and so his wife found shelter and safety with their children in this small town. The sight of his dead family and the knowledge that it was he who slew them was too much for Sir Thomas to bear. Something snapped inside his head, and he lost his sanity. His brothers in the Scarlet Crusade locked him in a cell while they tried to figure out how best to help him, and his descent into madness continued. He began speaking in creepy rhymes and riddles, and laughing maniacally by himself. The Scarlet Brothers thought to use him in his maddened state as a tool against the scourge. He was ferocious when they loosed him on the scourge, but they could not contain his madness, so when all the scourge he was fighting had been slain, he ended up turning on his brothers and began attacking his fellow Scarlet Crusaders. This ended up resulting in his execution, whereby his head was chopped off and his body and severed head returned to the Scarlet Monastery for burial. However, the secret dreadlord leader of the crusade had something else in mind for our poor Sir Thomas. Balnazar used his dark magic to raise Sir Thomas's body as the Headless Horseman, and now every year on Hallow's End, he terrorizes villages around Azeroth while laughing his insane laugh and shouting his rhymes while he burns down houses. And that, my friends, is the tragic tale of Sir Thomas, the Headless Horseman. Now, in addition to having the gameplay here and putting out these fires, I'm also going to read to you a list of all of his rhymes. I'm sure you've heard some of them in the background of this video as he rises up to destroy the village and burn everything down. As you can see as well, the Goldshire event is far, far more difficult than the Caranos one. This is a lot more like what I remember. And for some reason, it's not even doable with one person, which I guess is probably the correct way it should be done. But, yeah. Let's see. I think I'm going to fail this attempt. Just based on how much fire is still here. Okay, so the quotes that he says during the event, actually these are quotes from the Headless Horseman fight that was added in Mists of Pandaria. But, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll read these anyway. So, while doing that event in, well, I guess in Retail WoW, that's what the event is now. You enter the Scarlet Monastery and you visit the site of the tomb of the Headless Horseman. And you place an offering. And what happens is the player says, "Horseman, rise, your time is nigh. You felt death once, now no demise." Then the horseman rises and says, "It is over, your search is done. Let fate choose now, the righteous one." Ah. That's a very terrible recreation of his laugh. But, you know what? I am currently whispering, and I can't really do it justice. But, yeah. So, as you can see, I did fail at saving Goldshire, but we will try it again in a few minutes here. Let's see. So some more quotes from him are, the Headless Horseman yells, "Here is my body, fit and pure, now your blackened souls I'll cure. It is over, your search is done, let fate choose now, the righteous one. Soldiers arise, stand and fight, bring victory at last to this fallen knight. This end I have reached before, what new adventure lies in store." So, as you can see, Sir Thomas's ramblings have carried over into his undeath.
Safe travels. You need something?
And now let us give this one more try. Hopefully the other players here. Okay, prepare yourself, the bells have tolled. Shelter your weak, your young, and your old. Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy, the reckoning has come. laugh is just purely iconic. I will never in my entire life forget the Headless Horseman's laugh from World of Warcraft. But anyway, it looks like I've got my friend over here accepting my buckets that I'm throwing, and we're getting the fires put out, which is perfect. Yeah, we've got way more participation this time around, so I think we'll be good. So yeah, the story of Sir Thomas the Headless Horseman, it is honestly probably one of the darker stories from Warcraft. You know, it's pretty messed up that, you know, he ends up murdering his own wife and children because of his fanatical beliefs in the light and paranoia about killing the Scourge. So, I do have to say, one of the more tragic characters. You know, I would say maybe not quite as tragic as Arthas, but actually maybe, because Arthas, you know, he killed his father and he killed his citizens, but he didn't kill his own children. That's pretty messed up. But anyway, it looks like the fires are almost done. So,
The fire burns! You strive in vain! As Hallows' wheel turns! Tis you I spurn! Now feel!
oh, and he pumpkined me. Alright, I think, is all the fire completely gone? I just keep throwing these buckets to this player, and it looks like they're just throwing them away. So maybe I should go. Are they still throwing it over there? It looks like there's some fire maybe on the back of the building over there. So I'm gonna just go take a look for myself and see if we can't. Oh, yep, there's some.
My flames have died, left not a spark.
There we go.
Send you myself to the lifeless dark.
And there he is, and he's about to die.
For my blood
And let's see.
to vanquish me, 'tis my head you must kill.
So there goes his head. And I already collected the jack-o'-lantern at the other town, so can't do that again. Okay. And there we have it. Oh, I'm a spooky ghost, and now I have a pumpkin head. Spooky. Alright, let's get this all framed up for a good ending to the video. Alright guys, so that was the story of Sir Thomas the Headless Horseman from World of Warcraft, and I hope you enjoyed it, even though it was quite a